Namaste, beautiful friends. This is Elle with Sacred Union Spiritual Wellness. I'm so happy you're here. So, if you are new to my channel, a special warm welcome and much gratitude from me to you for stopping by. I hope you find something relevant and something positive and uplifting here. If you're returning, a special deep gratitude to you for your continued support of my channel, your kind words letting me know if these messages resonate, and just being here in part of this little community. We are one little section of the cadre. So thank you for returning and spending some time again with me. So grab a beverage that you can sit back and relax and hydrate with. I'm going to do the twin flame reading. The reason I do twin flame readings is because the Divine Feminine is highly intuitive. And she picks up on a lot of energy, she being energy, not gender. She picks up on a lot of energy. And because of the depth and the intensity, the strength of this connection, oftentimes the feminine is picking up on energies that are not her own energies. It's a transference. She's experiencing the energies that the divine masculine may be going through. It causes some confusion if you're not aware. And then there becomes this, why am I feeling so unsettled? Or why do I feel so sad when I have nothing to be sad about? Why am I all of a sudden getting a splitting headache or a stomach ache? A lot of times these are like empathy symptoms, and you just are experiencing the intensity of what the divine masculine is going through. What I don't want is for my energy, my readings to create a hinge of waiting and waiting for a response from the divine masculine. There are a lot of readers that are going to tell you what you want to hear to keep you coming back. That's not what I do here. It's not what I do here. My readings are authentic. I don't sugarcoat. I don't try to get clicks or views or subscribers. If you want to subscribe, there's a reason for you to feel that way. If you don't want to subscribe, there's a reason for you to feel that way. But I want to be as authentic in carrying through these messages as I possibly can. So I'm not going to tell you things to keep you coming back to see what might possibly happen the next time. That is hinging on your hopes, and it's kind of like gambling. And I don't do that because that's not what's in your highest and greatest good. I give you messages that come through. I read them as accurately and as authentically as I can. That is my obligation and my honor, to be able to get these messages from Spirit for you. And I'm not going to pollute that in any way just to get subscribers or to increase my viewership. I really don't care. I'm not ever wanting to be a person with a million subscribers, because quite honestly, I have a life, I'm out living, and I don't want to feel pressure that I have to be making YouTube content every single day, every day. So that's just me. There are a lot of readers out there that this is their income, their livelihood. They need that income. I'm okay with that. That's absolutely fine. That's not what this channel is for. I don't advertise. I don't do extendeds. I don't do any of that, because my job is just to bring messages that are helpful to people. Okay, so the decks that I'm using for the twin flame reading, same decks I use every week. It's consistent. I use the Rumi deck. I use the Lover's Oracle, the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle, the Light Seers for the Divine Masculine, and the Muse Tarot for the Divine Feminine. So if these decks resonate with you and you need a personal reading to find out what's going on in your connection, I can use these decks, or I have a plethora of other decks that I'll pull from just based upon the energy or by your request. All right, let's get started on this twin flame energy. I don't know about you, but I can already feel the combination of the energies from the eclipse into this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction happening on the 18th through the 20th. I think they're starting to come together now. So I'm starting to feel the shift. I don't know if you're feeling the shift, but I'm feeling the shift. And it is affecting even my my interactions with people. It's a lot more heart-centered. We are in a heart-centered stage of our ascension. So I did see one card in this deck, and Divine Mother Manifest, something like that. I forget the number of the card. Sacred Union. This is the coming together of the energies. Jupiter is kind of this masculine energy. It's expansive energy, and we have this conjunction coming up. This is a huge energy, and I don't know if anybody else is. I know the astrologers are pulling on it, but it just seems like this is just such a. It's a big deal. It's just a big deal right on top of this eclipse. All right, let's see. Only the oneness of love and the lover is eternal. Surrender your heart into this union, for all else in this world is monetary. Ooh, this oracle comes to you as a portent, a sign that is which to come, and also as a confirmation of your spiritual journey thus far. You have been working to integrate masculine and feminine energies within. Or perhaps you have not used those words, but you have been attempting to find the balance between living a surrendered life and leading from the heart, and then knowing when to take the initiative to set something in motion, when to put your body, mind, and soul into getting your shoulder behind something to push. You have been working hard to surrender attachment to plans and how you think things should go. Instead, you have intended to show it up for what it is, to seek out the genius of life through the unconditional acceptance instead of judging and fearing, resisting what is, as though it were a big mistake, perhaps caused by ignorance within. No, you do not seek to hide from love anymore. You have been learning, step by step, how to embrace it and how to allow it to embrace you. What a journey you are taking. Beautiful, lucky angel. Definitely being the heart-centered, learning to love in this new state of being is the whole point. And I really feel that is where the energy is right now. It is, I mean, I see things so differently from a more higher ascended viewpoint, and it's been a bit, I regret the lower versions of myself and the way I handled things then. But I forgive myself. But I look and I think, oh, wow, I could have done so much better at that. All right, let's see what's going on in the masculine energy. And then in the feminine energy, this is the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle. The Chosen One, fast track to ascension. Being in alignment, getting into alignment. And, oh, goodness, here we go. Look at the card numbers. 1111, 1111. Take responsibility. Acknowledge and take responsibility. This is life lessons. And this is from this higher plane, this higher viewpoint, this higher ascended perspective. Take responsibility for the things that you did that was from a lower version of yourself. Forgive yourself, but also say, you know what? I could have handled that a little differently. I could have done better at that. I am now going to integrate that lesson into my life and say the next time I'm confronted by that, because it is a karmic cycle, it's coming around again, you can handle it differently and close that loop. That's going to help ascend. It's like ballast. It will fall away and then you ascend. So for the masculine, the Chosen One, fast track to ascension. This is almost like we cleared out some of that old debris, that old lower vibrational stuff, learning lots of lessons through some karmic issues. And then they are now like, okay, I'm going to do things differently. can see these. All right, let's pull one for the connection. Speak your truth. Express yourself. This feels like the Divine Feminines have ascended to the next level. And I think the eclipse kind of gave that rocket boost. And so now there's a different perception. There's like, I'm seeing things from this kind of heart-centered, more compassionate point of view. And I think now that the Divine Feminine is speaking her truth, expressing herself. I think it's time for the twins to have a conversation. These higher versions of themselves. Remember that the Divine Masculine is not on the same kind of plateau level as the Divine Feminine. And so keep that in mind when this conversation, whether you have it in a dream state, which I have, whether you have it in a face-to-face physical conversation, whether it's a text message, however you have this conversation, telepathic or in person, keep in mind that you are on you're higher on the ascension spiral than the Divine Masculine. So your perspective is different. They're still ascending. They may ascend very quickly right now, but they're still ascending, and you have a different vantage point than they do on that spiral. Keep that in mind. Open heart, use compassion, and see what happens. Okay. Oops. There we go. Sorry about that. I knocked it all down. All right. Let's pull for the Divine Feminine this time first. Now, I am going to say bottom of the deck when I went to pre-shuffle, the Divine Masculine is filled with a bunch of anxiety still as they're processing some of these karmic lessons. There may be a lack of understanding of what's going on and how this ascension really works. And so there's some anxiety. I saw the Nine of Swords. Just kind of that sleepless night. They're still trying to deal with some of the foundational things that have crumbled in their life. And there's some anxiety of how to move forward, how to move on from this point. So keep that in mind when you're thinking of compassion, that no matter if they look cool as a cucumber, you know, when you meet them or have a conversation, if they feel, you know, if they sound like they're not like this disaster rolling forward, remember that inside they probably are, but they're not going to show that to you because that makes them vulnerable. But I feel like for the Divine Masculine, they are just a jumbled up mess inside, and they're suffering from lots of anxiety. They are just... They're still in very reactive energy. You're feeling it. And this is why that kind of transference of energy. All right. It's not in the challenge position, so I'm going to leave it like that, but it's a horizontal card. Let me pull some more, and then I'll interpret the energies for you. Yeah. I did see for the Divine Feminine, the Queen of Wands. I mean, she's in her robust, creative, passionate, purposeful, and on point is what I got downloaded for the Divine Feminine. Passionate, purposeful, and on point. Yeah, I feel like the Divine Feminine is kind of feeling the anxiety of the Divine Masculine. So if you're feeling like, yeah, okay. If you're feeling like tons and tons of anxiety, if you're feeling like, you know, all of a sudden you have, like, not a panic attack, but it's almost like that, it's just like this rush of anxiety running through your body. It's probably you're picking up on the Divine Masculine energy, and it's being intensified with this eclipse and with this Jupiter and Uranus conjunction. It feels like it's a... And I'm going to pull a whole video on that. I'll pull a reading on that, so I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But it's a push me, pull you kind of thing. It's like, you know, move forward, but there's something, it's like, okay, it's like you're in a car. It's like you're in a car, and you're accelerating, but your bumper is tied to something. And so you're not moving forward, but you're really trying. And it's like a push me, pull you kind of energy. It's like I'm trying to rev ahead, but I keep getting a setback. That's what's going on right now. So for this reading, for this take responsibility, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Star card, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the Six of Pentacles. But what came out first was the Three of Swords. This is that anxiety you're feeling. It's kind of like, don't feel, okay, two things. Learn to separate your energy from their energy. And then the other thing is, don't go overboard on the compassion. Don't be the rescuer. That's not your job. If you rescue your divine masculine from his current set of circumstances, then you are absorbing that karma. The consequences, the uncomfortable feelings, the dismantling of some of the structures in their life is because they have to build something new. And you going in to rescue that is only going to thwart that process. You need to just detach with love and have an open heart, open compassion for what they're going through, because you either hearing about it or you know about it, or you're downloading it. You're feeling it. You're feeling kind of the heartbreak. I know I am. And you want to just reach out and say, hey, I hear things are going bad. How can I help? You don't need to do that. This is something that they're going to handle. Okay, so for you, and that's the energy that I feel you're kind of just absorbing. You're feeling it, but it's not your energy. But for you, I feel this, we've got the King of Pentacles. Oops. Balance. You got the masculine and feminine energies balanced. And you are just cruising right through. See, her walking down that path, you're cruising right through. And you've got the old version of yourself and the new versions of yourself. You're walking the path between those now. And then we have the Star card. This is hope, healing. This is Aquarian energy, which I knew this was going to come out because for some reason last night I was thinking of the Star card. And I was like, that's Aquarian energy. How nice it's going to be to get the Star card. That's Saturnian energy, which is kind of feminine energy. It is, it can be about your responsibilities. Take responsibility. Your time, routines, what's going on. It's about hope and healing. So the Star energy is kind of that, I like to see it as living in the present moment and just really being in that quantum integration where you're manifesting. I'll tell you just a little quick story about manifesting. I was being grateful. I was like, one day I was like going to do the dishes and I got hot water and I was like, oh, how grateful I am for this hot water. And then I thought, what a shame it would be for the hot water heater to go out. Guess what happened? It went out. I had to have a whole new hot water heater put in yesterday. I'm just saying, I manifested that because that's what I thought. Four voices. This is that Four Swords energy. This is time for you to step back. You've got the Star card and the Four Swords. This is time for you to step back in your sovereignty. You can send good energy, but you're not the rescuer here. That's not your role. You're the receiver, not the rescuer. And then the Six of Materials, more balance. There's tons of balance cards in this. Tons of balance. There's just equilibrium. According to Rumi, that's sacred union. I think the divine feminine is there. Got the sacred union, masculine, feminine energies integrated. You can tell by the mirroring here, the 1111. And I think the divine feminine is speaking her truth. I think this conversation, what I'm hearing right now is the conversation, it had to wait to happen so that you were at this point in your ascension so that you could be compassionate. because I think that's going to accelerate their ascension. When they feel your compassion, when they feel your unconditional love, despite the circumstances, it's like, I want to be that. I want to be in that energy. I want to get there. I think that's what they're thinking. But let's find out. This is the Light Seers Tarot for the Divine Masculine. Four of Pentacles. We've seen this card for their energy before. They're kind of fear, holding on to what they have left. There's some resistance. Page of Wands. But they want to let go. They want to just live, but they're so afraid. There's a fear base. I feel a very fear, and an intimidation. And if you are in that Queen of Wands energy, let me tell you, you are intimidating. You and the Queen of Swords, you're intimidating. Your energy is intimidating. There's the Empress. Could be dealing with a Taurus. And the Hermit. Surprise! Another earth sign, Virgo. Could be dealing with a Virgo. Ooh, and the Devil. 3 major arcana. That is another earth sign, Capricorn. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. That could be very excess materialism. Okay, gotcha. All right. Couple of things here. We got 3 major arcana: the Empress, the Hermit, and the Devil. So intense energies. This is could be toxic materialism, that they're so focused on money right now and how they're going to be able to financially get through this. That's okay. If that's where they are, that's where that's scary. But they want so much to be able to just say, I'm out. Almost like I want to give everything away, sell everything, start my life over. That's what I'm getting from this energy. That's these 2 cards. I just want to start fresh. I just want to start something new. This is kind of like their dark night of the soul that is going to put them on their destined path. And it's a process. It's not going to just be overnight. They have to start to rebuild from their authentic self. And that some of them are still trying to get in touch with their authentic self. So, they're still like a little resistance here. But then when you come out with the Empress and then you get this Hermit, this is trying to find your authentic self. But then the fear base comes in. This could also be the karmic partner coming back saying, I want more money. I'm going to take the house. I'm going to take it all. And so then they get into that fear-based mode of, I'm going to lose everything here. That's not fair. I don't deserve that. That's kind of what I'm getting. All right, and then, in light of all of that, you get this Page of Swords. Now, with the Page of Swords, that's a watchful eye on something. You're seeing something new, or you're watching something with intent, but you're definitely not interacting with it. So this is a new, pages are learning something new. And so this could be that they're learning something new, but it also could mean that they are watching you. Your social media, they may be, talking to people about you, maybe showing up at places where, like at a large event where you may not see them, but they knew you were going to be there. They may show up and just be incognito. But they're trying to figure out what's going on with you, because like you can feel their energy, they can feel yours. So they're like, why do I feel this pull to find out? So they may be on your social media. They may drive by your house. They may, I'm even getting the fact that they text and then they erase. They text and then they erase. So before they send it, they erase it. It's like they script this long text. And then they're like, no, I can't send it. It would make me vulnerable. I'm afraid. They're still dealing with massive levels of fear. Sorry, Divine Masculines. I'm sorry about that. I just saw the Page of Cups. They really want to start something new. They really want to start fresh. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the Fool card, but let's see what else is coming on. Well, that one was intentionally flown. Okay, we have the Strength card in reverse. In this deck, the Strength card is a feminine. So the Strength card in reverse is, this is all kind of scary stuff. This new rebuilding one's life from their authentic, meeting your authentic self is scary stuff. When you realize that that other version of you was your programming. It's like, how do I even be who I'm supposed to be? I don't even know how to do that. There's the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords to me is trying to find a peace. And peace through resolution. There's some sort of resolution, resolution, I don't know. But it's like, I want out of the chaos. I want out of the matrix. I want out of the matrix. Nine of Wands. It's been a long journey. It's been a long endurance race for the Divine Masculine. They clung to this for a long time. And part of it was because they didn't want to go through this. They may have not been totally happy in their connection or in their endeavor, but they didn't want, it was better than losing. There's the Eight of Cups. Who didn't expect that card to come up? Definitely want something, the Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups. I want to move on to something that is more meaningful, that is from my the authentic self is coming out very clearly here. The Divine Masculine wants to introduce himself to his authentic self, and he's giving himself permission to start his life over based upon his authenticity. Four of Cups. Not even knowing where to start. Not even knowing where to start. Let's get some messages from the Lover's Oracle. Holy cow, is this like 30 minutes already? It's 27, 22. All right. Ouch. A long message, sorry. Surrender. Exactly what Rumi was talking about. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. I'll take these. Woo! We have sexual union. So we have sacred union, sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. For there you will find true bliss. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. We have seen these cards recently before. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. That's from the Divine Masculine. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Wow. Surrender, soulmate, sexual union. The past is behind. Leave it there. Leave it there. Don't rehash the past. If this conversation comes to you, don't rehash the past. And then look deep within your heart and feel your Divine Masculine's love for you. It is as deep as the ocean. But remember, they are still in fear-based energy. Let's do bottom of the deck. For the Divine Feminine, Five of Inspiration. Look at how she's ascending. Usually this is a card of conflict, arguments, discord. But look at, there's just like becoming better versions of herself. This is the change, the metamorphosis, the transformation the Divine Feminine is going through. It's through her intentions, her actions, and being in her heart space. Divine Masculine, Knight of Wands. Now, if you see behind, there's a Four of Wands. That Four of Wands is another twin flame indicator card. There is an ignition of the passion because I think the Divine Masculine can feel the love of the Divine Feminine. All right. Underneath on the twin flame, clearing karma, Kundalini activation. I think the karma is cleared between the twins. I feel that. I feel the energy is settled there. So I'm going to stop this right at 30 minutes. Namaste.